Hey guys, this is Zyori from hypercrude.com coming at you with another live interview on the floor of MLG Anaheim 2011. I'm here with now Liquid Sheth. Sheth, how are you enjoying the event so far?
Oh, it's great. It's huge. There are tons of people, awesome people. And, I get to hang out with people like yourself, interviewers, and talk to everyone else online, so it's great.
Yeah, it certainly is a big event, slightly larger than the last few. Quite a few more spectators. So unfortunately, you just lost to SlayerSBoxeR. How are you feeling about that series?
Well, kicking myself over the little things I did wrong, but hopefully learning from it as well. That's what I need to take out of it.
Yeah, well, losing to someone like SlayerSBoxeR is certainly, he's an admirable opponent, to say the least. Can you run us through a little bit of those games, or maybe just some highlights of things you think you really could have done better to come out on top?
Well, the first game, I went for a hatch first, 15 pool, against 2 proxy barracks. Held off the first attack fine, countered, did a lot of damage with Zerglings. Even held off like his second attack, but when his third attack came, I moved my spine at just the wrong time. I had to pull drones instead, and it put me too far behind after he killed a lot of drones. I just couldn't come back. Second game, he did pretty much the same thing. I got into his base, did some damage. I didn't lose this time to his attack. I didn't uproot my spine wrongly, and then I managed to win that game. The third game was on Shakur's Plateau, and he went for a proxy 1 barracks and put a bunker up, and I didn't catch it quite in time. I needed to have sent a scout a little bit earlier for the bunker, and if I had, I could have stopped it as opposed to having to kind of zergling up for a bit to try and kill the bunker. But either way, I played okay, and he had a very nice macro and a good timing that game and ended up killing me. But 2-1 isn't too bad, so I'm happy with it.
Certainly not. Taking a game off SlayerSBoxeR is no easy feat, to say the least. So I want to go back a little bit and talk about your recent team switch and all that stuff. First of all, how did you like Korea with FXO? I know you weren't planning on staying there for a very long time. Can you run us through just kind of how that went and some details?
Sure. Korea was really fun. Loved the food. Absolutely loved the ladder. The ladder was amazing. The food's good once you figure out which stores to go to. It's hard to get used to it at first, but you do, and once you do, you really love it. Or at least I do. All the people in FXO were great. Absolutely loved all my teammates. Hanging out with Slog, Haksu, QXC, T-Gun, Moonan, Optic Zero, Dan, I can name them all, right? It was great, and I just didn't like the living conditions, and then there were other problems that came up. I don't really want to talk about, but suffice it to say there were enough good reasons that ended up me going back after NASL. But I would love to go back to Korea in the future. I really plan on it, and I want to play more GSL. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's certainly a great experience to be able to go over there and play where the scene is so big and robust with money and players alike. So how's the transition to Liquid been? Obviously, I guess it was announced today officially. So how was that transition, and can you tell us a little bit how that came to be?
Sure. After myself and FXO parted ways, it was pretty mutual. It was what we both wanted in this case. And right after that, I went to basically one team. The team I went to was Team Liquid, and I said, if you're interested, let me know. I will, keep all the other teams on hold until I'm sure with Team Liquid. And Team Liquid, I talked and talked and talked and talked, and eventually, a little bit before now, came to an agreement, and so now I'm with Team Liquid. I have a pin and a shirt, and it's awesome. I absolutely love Team Liquid.
Well, that is absolutely fantastic. As I congratulated you earlier, congratulations once again, because Team Liquid is one of the most highly regarded teams in the world, let alone North America, so that's certainly an accomplishment for a player, even of your own personal accomplishments. So what are you thinking for the rest of this event? Do you think you're going to be able to still come out pretty well ahead? Was that your first game tonight against Boxer? To be honest, I haven't been keeping up with your latest and greatest.
Oh, that was my second game. Show beat me 2-1 as well. So I'm 0-2, which is probably not the best start in the world. Maybe, I don't know. But I hope to come back and win my next few games, and hey, I could still take first in my group, maybe somehow. But that's my goal, just win the rest.
And who else is in your group?
I have to play Hydra in control and then one person from the open bracket.
All right. Well, Hydra and In Control will certainly be formidable opponents, so we'll try and keep tabs on how you do, and I'm sure all the viewers at home will keep tabs as well. Do you have any last shout-outs or remarks before we wrap this up?
Well, thanks, Hypercrew. Appreciate it. It's been a very nice interview, and then just, again, big thanks to Team Liquid and all of our lovely sponsors.
All right. Well, thank you to you two for taking some time out. Quite popular on the floor these days. Plenty of autographs to be signed. We do appreciate you taking some time out.
Anytime.
Yeah. And is there any way for viewers to get a hold of you, fans, to send you a happy message, or maybe for some coaching? Do you have a Twitter or anything like that?
Twitter is Liquid Sheth. Usually the best way to get me is to PM me on Team Liquid, or my email is sheth@gosucoaching.com for coaching lessons.
All right. So once again, guys, remember to follow us at Hypercrew TV for constant updates and for more of these live interviews on the floor. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for more interviews.